No. She'd be sick coming in. No, it's going now.
Just relax like the nurse said.
Okay. It's going, it's all right. Why won't it happen, Dad? I mean, it must be, what, more than 12 hours since it started?
You can't hurry them if they're not ready, Sam.
Why isn't Owen here? I mean, why hasn't he even rang me?
I don't know.
What if he's trying to phone home now while you're here?
I told you. Denise is at ours, sitting by the phone.
Oh, Katie will love that.
No, she waited till after Katie went to school. Poor Katie, she'd be shattered. She sat after night waiting for Owen to ring.
Did you phone me mum again?
Well, I waited till I thought she'd be up, but I missed her. She'd be at work by now. Oh. Now, look. Now, you relax and remember what the nurse said and take deep breaths.
I'm scared, Dad.
There's no need to be, Sam. You got everything you want here.
Why isn't Owen here? When's he back from Chester? I want him here with me.
Don't worry. He'll be in touch. He'll be in touch.
Told him if I was out on the Moby. I haven't done him in.
Yes, thank you.
Listen, if you want to avoid me, Jackie Corker's doing the afternoons.
I've stopped in for your washing machine, Mum, you know.
Oh, it's all right. I managed in the end.
Is it all right then, now?
84, please. I suppose so until the next time.
And then policemen searching all the shops.
Yeah, but what they expect to find in our stock room, I just don't know. Have you heard any more?
Well, Sinbad was saying he reckons Barry Grant's been murdered by gangsters.
Well, you don't want to listen to what he says. I've noticed he stopped his soft stories since all the police have been on around the show.
I was talking to Mr. Rogers. He says he thinks Terry might be thinking of committing suicide.
Yeah. Well, we all know about suicides, don't we?
Hey, why all this gossiping? Starting rumours? Why don't you mind your own business? Why do you have to tittle-tattle to people in here, eh? Starting rumours.
She's not. She's just repeating what she's heard.
I heard her.
Well, she's not starting rumours.
Look, it's not right. Barry and Terry are friends of mine. They're both friends of mine.
I haven't said a word. I used to work for Terry in the pizza place. He's accusing me of starting rumours. I'm sick of the whole thing.
Oh, well, there's stuff about Terry Sullivan. Yeah, I heard about that. There's police cars and everything on the close, wasn't there?
Margaret! I wanted to thank her
What for?
for sticking up for me in front of him.
Oh, you two speaking now again, are you?
Well, we're both trying. It's just as well I got my machine fixed, isn't it?
Do you mind? I mean, I'll do it myself.
You'll need a key, won't you?
I think I'll do a bit of revising while I'm there. It's quieter in the flat.
Do what you want, love.
Hello, mate.
Hey, have you heard anything about Terry?
Yeah, he's still being questioned.
So there's no chance of him getting out on bail?
All this lot going on.
Well, look, have you heard what he's supposed to have done?
What's a CID job? Sorry, mate.
Oh, listen, something else I wanted to ask you.
I know as much as you.
Oh, no. I wanted to know if you and your girlfriend had come along to this public meeting at the Comprehensive on Monday night.
Oh, what meeting's that?
It's about the future of the primary school. They're not going to rebuild it.
Oh.
All right, straight. Hey, don't run off, will you?
Hi, what's up?
Well, they're not going to rebuild the primary school.
What school?
At Manor Park. It was burnt down while you were abroad.
So I want as many people there as possible, you know, show them that we mean business.
Oh?
Me and Dad haven't got any kids.
You're going to get married, though, aren't you? So you never know.
Well, I don't think so. You know, public meetings aren't my kind of thing.
Yeah, we've got to look to the future. I mean, if they don't rebuild, then all the local kids are going to be scattered everywhere.
But you know what? I'm on late on Monday night.
Well, Auntie's coming, you know. Well, what about you, Trace? I mean, it was part of the community, that school, you know.
It doesn't really affect me, does it? Have you tried on the estate?
Yeah, I'm on my way. See you.
See you, mate.
Is he stupid asking the likes of us?
Do you know what? You'd be better off going to that meeting than poking your nose in here.
I've just been up to the flat to see if Matty's heard from Barry.
Keep out of it, will you? Before you know it, they'd be roping you in for questioning, you know?
I don't even know what's going on.
Keep it that way, eh?
Miss Pearson, saved me looking for you. Can you spare a few minutes?
That's what I said. Yeah, a sales and training conference for compact conservatories. Are you sure? OK, thanks, yeah. Ta-ra. How's your phone?
Oh, you'll be out working now, surely. I thought there might be more help here.
5 flaming hotels in Chester I've and nobody knows anything about compact conservatories.
There must be more than 5 hotels in Chester.
What a mess.
Oh, come on. How is she?
She's still having these contractions, poor kid. I mean, she's shattered. And she's worried sick because he hasn't turned up.
Wouldn't it be better if you went home and got a few hours sleep? I can stay here.
Oh, no, I'm too hyper to sleep. I mean, I'm better off here. I mean, doesn't he realise he's supposed to be here?
He doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah, well, he would have done, wouldn't he, if he'd have done what he promised and phoned. Eh? I'd love to know what he's up to.
As soon as he hears, he'll come running, believe me.
Yeah, well, he better add. I could kill him, you know, for putting her through this. I mean, where the hell is he?
I put some more toast on, ma'am. Do you want a cup of coffee? Ma'am!
Why did you go to the beach with him? I mean, did he force you to go?
Don't be ridiculous.
Why did you go with him?
Because I was convinced he was going to run out on me. I wanted money for the baby.
Did he give you any money?
Did he, hell? Said he'd bung me a few grand as soon as he could. But I said that wasn't good enough. I wanted proper arrangements, regular payments.
And what did he say to that?
What I expected. Said he didn't give a toss. You don't know him. As soon as he was fed up of me, he just dumped me. It's true, he couldn't care less.
Because the baby isn't his?
I don't believe it. You're all the same. Of course the baby's his.
What's your relationship with Terry Sullivan?
He's a friend. Why? God.
Is Terry Sullivan the father of your child?
No, he isn't.
What's this secret of Barry Grant's?
I don't know what you mean.
We know that Grant summoned Sullivan to the beach. We know he had something to tell him. Something secret. Something that he had to tell him.
I don't know anything about that.
Why was Barry Grant carrying a gun?
I don't know.
Does he usually carry a gun?
I've never seen him with one.
Because he was frightened, Fran. He was frightened of Terry Sullivan. That's why he was carrying a gun. You see, I think we have to go back to last year, to the death of Sue and Daniel. I believe Terry Sullivan murdered his wife and child.
But Graham Curtis
All
did.
the evidence was there, yes. But I've never known a man to shout his innocence as much as he did. He was shouting it right up to the last minute, until someone cut his throat just to keep him quiet.
Terry wouldn't murder anyone.
Wouldn't he? We haven't got to the bottom of Curtis's murder. The file is still open. But it has crossed my mind that someone wanted him silenced.
This is all wrong. Totally wrong.
Well then, Fran, what is the truth? I believe that Barry Grant got somewhere near the truth. I believe he found out that Terry Sullivan murdered his wife and child, and Barry wanted to confront him. That's the secret, Miss Pearson. I also think it cost Barry Grant his life. What do you think, Miss Pearson?
All I know is Terry Sullivan wouldn't murder anyone.
We'll see.
Can I go?
Yes. Perhaps we'll arrange to take a statement from you later.
No, I don't know what department she's in. Mrs. Chrissy Rogers. Christine Rogers. Yeah, hello.
Frank, midwife and doctor have gone in. I think the baby's on its way.
When's she go in?
Just now. Did you get Owen or your wife?
It's too late now, isn't it?
Fran, you were knocking around with him for ages. If he had a secret about Terry, he would have told you.
Barry never told me anything.
It was something important. It had to be.
Look, I am going to take this stuff to Terry now.
You were on the beach with him all night. He must have said something. I know you know something.
I don't. If you want to know anything, ask the police. They're full of theories.
You're holding something back, aren't you? I can tell.
I don't know anything about a secret. All I know is that the police think Terry killed Barry.
I don't believe it. Not Terry. You don't think he's dead, do you?
I don't know.
Is that bag really for Terry?
Do you think I would do anything for Barry?
You've got to tell me if he's alive. You've got to!
I don't know! Look, if you want to know what I know, it's this. I wish I had never met Barry Grant. I never want to see him again. And if he is dead, he's got what he deserves. He has wrecked my life, and Terry's wrecked them. I don't care if he's dead or alive.
Good girl, keep going, keep going. Well done, well done. Good girl, you are. It's here. Good girl, well done.
Keep still, Frank.
How long does it take? I mean, she's been in there ages.
10 minutes to be precise.
Think she'll be all right?
Oh, I don't know the best thing about babies.
What's up?
You wouldn't think you had 3 of your own.
Hey. I'm glad you're able to be here. Would it be much worse without you? Well, we shouldn't be here anyway. Should have been her husband. Little girl.
What's the matter?
She's got a breathing problem. She's got to go on a special unit.
I know you haven't got any kids at the primary school, Dee, but we need as big attendance as we can, and then we might change their mind.
I think that's likely. You said they just ignored the petition.
We can't give up, though, can we? I mean, this dispersal to other schools is going to affect about 30 families in this area. Imagine how you'd have felt when yours were little, having to walk a mile or 2 and back every day.
I have had to. Stopped me working for years until our Tony came back with our Jackie.
That's exactly how it's going to affect me, and Ange at the salon, and lots of others. And they're not all married couples, so it's going to affect people's work good style.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
It's not only that, though, dear. It's like a community centre, that place. I mean, I would have met half the people around here if it wasn't for hanging at the gates and waiting for the kids to come out. A real tragedy, that fire.
I know our Jackie was hanging around with those kids, but she wasn't responsible for that fire. She really wasn't.
I'm not blaming anyone, Dee. But it was a tragedy, and it does need to be rebuilt. All right, then. If you're not going to come, can I put this poster in your window?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, got my own blue tack.
I will come to the meeting.
Oh, nice one.
You can't count on Ron, though.
The fellas aren't so important. I just hold the young mothers down the front row, you know.
You're a flatterer, you are.
Is there a joke or what?
What?
No, not that, Mick. The no Farnham sign.
You done your washing?
Wasn't it? It's drying and ironing.
I'll do it after tea. You're staying for tea, aren't you?
Yeah, why not?
Thanks, Steve. See ya.
Mum, you know I said the flat was noisy?
Hmm.
Well, it's worse at night. I was just wondering if I could stay on a bit after tea to revise.
Michael, you don't have to ask that. It's still your home and it always will be.
Yeah, but, you know, if it got late in that, could I stay the night?
Michael, you don't have to ask that either. Having you to stay will make things seem normal. I've had enough upset recently.
Uncle Derek.
Everyone thinks that everything's fine now he's leaving the church, but I'm not so sure.
You didn't put that sign up, did you? Banning the Farnhams because of Marg?
God, no. Your dad did. Max Farnham criticised his prices and his stock.
Typical.
He's so pig-headed, your dad, sometimes. I haven't been able to talk to him about Derek at all, and he refuses to see the church side of things.
Yeah, well, that's the only way to cope with it.
You sound like your dad.
Maybe, but I talked to Derek when he was staying at my place. His problem was seeing that there wasn't a problem. Once he put the church and all that stupid man-made rules out of the arguments.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, it's the only way. And now Derek sees it that way, so he hasn't got a problem anymore.
It's not what we were brought up to think.
It's happened. So why stew over it forevermore? Just go along with it and you'll be fine.
Well, at least I haven't lost you.
You haven't lost your Derek either. I'm sure the church can manage without him.
What do you want for tea?
Away, son.
Congratulations, Sammy.
I just wanted to hold her.
Don't worry, Sam. There's plenty of time for that yet. She's got a bit of a breathing problem.
I just wanted to hold her straight away, like you're supposed to.
You might feel better if you try to sleep for a bit. I'm sure they'll let you hold her then.
I wanted Owen to be with me. I wanted him to see her born. I mean, where is he?
I don't know, love. We've tried everywhere.
He'll be here soon, I'm sure.
I just wanted it to be perfect. I wanted to hold her. I wanted Owen to be with me. I just wanted to hold her.
2 days, not a word out of you. You're not doing yourself any favours, you know that, don't you? I want to know what happened on the beach the other day, Terry. I want to know what happened to Barry Grant. You don't think we've been sitting on our backsides waiting for you to talk, do you? We've been out there talking to people. Matty Nolan, your friend, Fran Pearson. Well, if you're not going to talk, you're going to have to listen to my version of what I think happened the other day. You and Barry Grant weren't getting on too well recently, were you? In fact, I'm told things have been strained for weeks. And then all of a sudden, Grant gets in his Jeep and he goes to a beach with a shotgun. Why? Because he was afraid of you, Mr. Sullivan. He was terrified. I think it was the only place he could feel safe. What brought you out to that beach, Mr. Sullivan? Because I think I know. I think I know what brought you out there. I think it had something to do with the death of Sue and Daniel. Or perhaps the death of Graham Curtis. In prison. You see, I just can't bring myself to separate the events that happened on the beach the other day with the events that happened last October. Mr. Nolan told me that Barry Grant had something to say to you. Something that was giving him nightmares. You've known Barry Grant for 20 years. You grew up together. You shared a flat together. Why would someone meet a friend of such long standing on a beach in the middle of nowhere with a shotgun? Why would you need a shotgun to protect yourself from a friend? Why? Why? Because he was terrified. Why was he terrified? What was the secret? We have to go back, Terry. We've got to go back to last October. We never did get to the bottom of what you were doing and where you were the day your wife and child got pushed off that scaffolding. You said you were too drunk to remember. Very convenient. We even got your father to concoct a false alibi. Do you know something? Do you know something? I think I made a mistake with Graham Curtis. When we picked Graham Curtis up for the first time, he was a very frightened man. He had every reason to be. I thought it was just a need for revenge. The reason why you went after him and attacked him in that solicitor's office and then again in the courtroom. And a fourth time he was attacked, he had his throat cut in prison. A very professional job. What was it? What was that information that came Barry Grant's way that made him so frightened? What was the secret that made him so frightened he had to meet you with a shotgun? Barry Grant is missing. He hasn't been seen since you went to meet him. He's left his vehicle. He's disappeared off the face of the earth. We found 2 used cartridges lying by the side of his Jeep. There was damage where a charger's shot hit the vehicle. What, did you miss with the first shots? Your prints were all over, and Barry Grant's, all over that gun. And you were the last person found with that gun in your possession. There's blood all over your jacket. Look at it. This is Barry Grant's blood donor card. Group A, the same as on this jacket. We took skin from underneath his razor. We took hairs from out of his bed. This jacket is covered in Barry Grant's blood. You killed him. You killed him because he found out what you'd done to your wife and that child that wasn't even yours. Admit it, Sullivan. Barry Grant was the last man to know your secret, and you murdered him.
So do you think Max and Patricia will come to the meeting then?
I'll tell him about it.
I don't mind coming back later to explain it all. See you later, Max.
I'll come.
What, you'll come to a public meeting? No one under 20 I've spoken to could be bothered.
I've sort of got a nip at the answer. I mean, if Thomas ends up going to that school, I should know about it.
Could do it more like you, Mags. We might get some support. See you later.
I'll bring someone if you like.
Oh, you got a boyfriend then?
Yeah, you've met him.
All right.
Derek.
Oh, right. I didn't think you'd still be together. See you later.
Hey, what are you playing at, taking my car?
I've only been in the supermarket. Don't worry, I haven't crashed it or anything.
You've got no right to take it. Do you know what could do you for taking and driving away?
Oh, you never change, do you?
Stuck with your own car anyway?
This is nicer. Will you be out for your tea?
No. Hey, this Barry Grant's you something, hey?
Hey?
Well, what I mean is, I've been offered some overtime. They started digging on Formby Beach. We're looking for a body.
God, she's so little.
Look at her tiny fingers.
She's gotta be all right. Got to be.
She will be. She's perfect.
Yeah, she is. Isn't she?
Don't you think we'd better go and see how Sammy is? Sammy's all on her own.
I can't leave her here like this.
Oh, she'll be all right. She'll be well looked after.
What is it? What is it? If you'd have been here like you should have been, you'd have known, wouldn't you?
It's a girl.
I'm sorry. It's too late to be sorry, isn't it?
We've started digging up the beach. We don't need a body to prove murder. You can give him a lecture on that after I've finished. Come on, Terry, start talking. Terry, talk! Right, that's it. We'll finish at that. I'm warning you. If you don't start talking soon, I'm going to charge you. And the murder of Barry Grant will do for starters.